Hi, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Community Voices. If it's your first time watching the show, thank you for joining us. And if it's not, um, welcome back. On this special edition, Felipe is not here. I'm here. My name is Alejandra Villasis Miranda, and I am actually a recently certified service design practitioner. No, professional, yeah, by the SDN Academy. Today on the show, other newly certified professionals will be joining me, and we'll talk about our experience with the new masterclass that we just finished. It's an 8-week course. It was really fun, and yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a chat about it. If you want to ask us any questions, feel free to add them in the questions, and we'll see them on screen. And yeah, it's going to be a fun 30 minutes. I hope you enjoy it. So if we can bring all the speakers into the space, we'll have a little bit of an introduction. We're so many today. Oh my God, it's like we're generating a lot of people. And I think we should go one by one and talk a little bit about ourselves. I'm going to be ruthless with time because we have a tight 30 minutes and I want everybody to be able to share. So let's start with alphabetical order. Ashley.
Oh, sure. So, hi, I'm Ashley Moon, and I'm a strategic service designer, researcher, and strategist in Helena, Montana, in the United States. And I'm currently building my own service design practice focused on bringing systems thinking approaches to the rural landscape of Montana. And super glad to be here and share more about the Masterclass series.
Amazing. Thank you. Bethany, now to you.
Hi, I'm Bethany Pollins. I am based in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, just outside of San Francisco. Newly anointed, service design professional. But I've been doing service design thinking, strategy for going on a decade now. And I'm thrilled with having been in this class and seeing the cohort again.
Thank you. I'm turning my camera off for a little second, but I think Jonathan is next. I'll be right back. I'm still here.
Hi, so I'm Jonathan Barrow. I'm a service designer based out of Gainesville, Florida currently, but I may be moving soon. And I'm, I think, the youngest member of the class. I'm currently building my practice just like Ashley, and I'm currently pursuing a couple different opportunities to do service design within the local government here. As well as maybe in the financial sector. So those are the doors that I have to choose between.
I like that we have a lot of diversity. People are like going for so far all the speakers have been like US based, but we have diversity in like which direction they want to go through. And yeah, some they're going to talk about later. But Nikki, you can go next.
Thank you. So I'm Nikki Williamson. I am a designer from Cambridge in the UK. I have a background originally in graphic design, then UX design. I've worked at technology consultancy in Cambridge. Then I moved to a company called ARM into more of a user research role, and started to do some service design work there, and now really want to make that more of a focus for kind of future roles. So that was a big draw for me on this course. So focus now being on service design, strategy, and user research. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak. Happy to talk about the course today.
Exciting. And to close.
Hello, good evening. Nice to meet you, everybody. I am a service designer in a bank. Generally, I have about 16 years background in market research and strategy, and about 6 years in service design. I'm Ukrainian, been in Edinburgh by the moment, and what I may say, I love service design because it's about understanding people, making life better in simple words, and also collaborating with teams. It's also a very valuable part for me.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. I see from our expert support, Felipe, who's behind the scenes, is telling me that a couple more people are going to join in a second. Felipe, feel free to bring them up any moment. Hi, Hassan. Oh, and Paige, how are you guys?
Hey, everyone.
You're not late. We're just doing the introductions.
Hi, is my video okay?
Yeah,
Sorry,
we can see you. Okay, so
Yeah, sorry, my connection is not very good. I'm in Sri Lanka right now.
oh wow, and so from okay, joining us from Sri Lanka. Then let's take advantage of your connection. Can you tell us like a little bit about yourself, like a 30-second introduction? Okay, the connection fell. Let's go to Paige.
Hi, my name is.
Oh wait,
I'm doing the intro, right?
yes.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go.
Okay, sorry, this light is a bit okay. There, that's better. Hi. Okay, my name is Hassan Habib. I am the CEO and head of design at Designist. It's a service design and UX design agency based out of Pakistan. And we design meaningful experiences that people have with products and services. And I also teach at Habib University as a assistant professor of practice.
Sweet. So we have so far, we have US, we have UK, we have Ukraine by way of Edinburgh, and we have Pakistan too. Okay, Paige, bring us all together. Tell us about you, where you come from. Maybe we can like another spot on the map.
Yes, I am based in Portland, Oregon in the US. I'm a service design consultant for Slalom. I co-lead our Service Design Center of Excellence internally. I also help out with the SDN Global Community North American Board and achieved a BFA in service design at SCAD. I'm really happy to be here with all of you.
Cool. Well, awesome. I'll close us out. It's like I said at the beginning, Alejandra Vieses Miranda. I'm based in the Netherlands.
Sorry, I think my connection's a bit weak. I'm going to try coming in from another connection. Sorry, just give me a minute.
Sounds good, Hassan. Yeah, so based in the Netherlands, I've been practicing service design for about 5 years, and I am like Paige. I'm also involved in SDN, in the ambassador program, and then on and off helping whenever I can. And yeah, really happy to have you all here to talk about the course. And again, this is just to give people an idea. Like I would suggest not give them too many spoilers, but if we can just like tell them a little bit, anybody can take the mic at any time. Who wants to give a brief summary of the course, of the structure, a little bit of what we did? Who would like to share their perspective?
I'll go ahead and go. So I've pulled up the amazing platform that we worked from. We had 8 modules, starting with, let's see, driving strategy and creating value, and then winding up with pitching, selling, and getting buy-in. And I've been with my current company for going on 20 years. I've learned service design on the job, and I feel that the way the course was lined up was the perfect drop of information and the perfect flow. So I really feel that it rounded out my service design knowledge and filled in the blanks and let me know where I need to become stronger. And then also told me very much a lot about, I know what I know. So I don't know if that's a decent kickoff. I'll kick it to somebody else.
I think that's really good. I think it's I think what I took away from that, what I was pointing at, is that it's not just, I think the assumption is that the SDN course are just for like super beginners, but it's also somebody who already has experience that can benefit from them. Does anybody want to add something to what Bethany said or bring in a new point? Jonathan, yeah.
I would add on to that actually I think the people who get the most value from this class are not beginners, but more somebody who's middle to high level. If this is an introductory course to service design for you, I would maybe say you'd get a little bit less out of it because it's not at a low level. These are industry leaders trying to give you as much information as they can in a short period of time, 1 week each for each professor. And as a result, that intensity might be a little bit overwhelming to someone with less experience. So that being said, I think if you have any background in service design, you've been a part of the SDN network, I think that this is going to be an incredibly beneficial course for those of you who are interested. The thing that I think is most valuable about the experience as well is that each course is an amount of information that allows you to build upon it after you're done with the course. The professors give you lots of reading material for you to continue on in the future. and a lot of concepts that allow you to keep diving into the topics even when you're no longer taking the class.
Yeah, totally agree. Does anybody want to talk about the reading materials? Because Jonathan mentioned it, and it was a lot. Let me just like throw my like out. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm just like sharing this out of nowhere. I didn't manage to get through all the reading material every week. It's a lot, but I think what's cool from that is we're gonna get access to it. It's not a race because we're gonna get access to it for the next 6 months. Mm-hmm. So that weird time between Christmas and New Year's Eve that you're like, what am I supposed to do with my life? I'll probably be reading the materials. But anybody else who want to share about the assignments? Maybe somebody wants to talk about the way the course was structured, like the tests that we had to actually do, or how many lessons we had each week, how many sessions we had each week. Maybe somebody, yes, Svetlana, yeah.
I would pay attention to, it might seem to be tiny thing, but for me it was very valuable that we shared our home assignments between each other, and we got very personal feedback from each trainer, from each industry leader, and it was not like formal feedback, but very, very elaborated, very valuable, and these feedbacks were also shared. So it's like you did your home assignment and got your feedback, and then you see another 10 or 15 assignments and feedbacks. It's like 360 perspective, and I believe you will not find it at any conferences or any courses. We just present theory or narrow practice.
That's very true. That's a solid point. It's something that you're really not going to get on other courses. Let's maybe Nikki, Ashley, Paige, Hassan, maybe you guys would like to share what did you expect from the course when you signed up? And were your expectations met, or was it something, or were they exceeded? Were they not met? Like, what were you when you signed up to this course? Because let's face it, it's substantial. It's not something that you would say, because price is important. It's like, did you get what you expect from the price? Do you see the value? Maybe you can like give us some insight on that.
I'm happy to speak to that. So yeah, I to be completely honest, I signed up to this after I was originally looking at a course in London for a week to do with like service design for AI. So I'd started looking at this, and I'm so glad that I did this course instead, honestly, because it offered so much more and had an AI related service design module within it. So, I was interested in AI storytelling and kind of pitching my work, and also some stuff around having it kind of clear, being able to more clearly articulate strategy kind of through service design and kind of how to make trade-offs and decisions. So those modules really appealed to me coming in. But what I found was actually across the diversity of the modules, really a chance to kind of, especially with quite a few years of experience under my belt, really reflect back at different situations that I've been in the past, in different organizations, different projects, really reflect back and unpack those. And then I would use some of those as the subject of some of the assignments for the week. And then, you're pairing that with some real problems you faced with some really direct personal feedback from some of these leaders in the industry. It was a really unique experience. And I would say, for me, it's all about the fact that it was that personalized. You could bring your own problems to the table each week and have that personal feedback on them. So it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, definitely. Like, lovely to hear that. Thank you for breaking that down. Ashley, Paige, Hassan, how were you like the first day? What was your expectation from it's a big commitment? It's a long commitment. Yeah.
Sure,
for me.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great, Hassan. Your connection has been restored.
Okay, great. So, I mean, for me, I had never done a formal service design course. It was all learned by doing for the past, say, 10 years. So for me, it was just a way to, get a refresher on what's going on. And so my expectations really coming in was like coming in with an open mind and looking to learn and meeting like-minded people. I think I was really looking for a network. And also all the instructors were like all these great service designers that you could learn from and ask like specific questions related to your work. So I think it really set the foundation for me.
Perfect. Ashley, you also wanted to bring something in, please.
Yeah, I just think I really did like the 8 weeks. It was very structured. So like on Monday, we had a live lecture where we all gathered. And then by Thursday of the same week, we would have a collaborative session where we got to ask questions about the assignment or any of the readings. And I think as a lifelong learner, and like I just love every chance I can get to learn, just even digging into the reading materials and just strengthening my practice. And regarding the reading materials, I think it's also the art of like skimming. And
Sorry,
like,
it's so true.
Because I will, in the first readings, I'm like highlighting and making notes. And then it's like, it took me back to grad school where it's like, oh, I got to get through this. And then I can dig into it later. And then I have a nice understanding of everything. So that would be some advice is some good time management and the art of skimming and knowing where you want to dig in later.
Yes, very true. And now that you mentioned time management, what I would like to bring up that I didn't expect was that this was very shocking to me. I was not expecting the team, so Jesse, Marie, and the instructors to be so flexible with us when it came to, I was expecting it to be like, okay, this is the structure, you adapt or basically adapt or die. It's like, this is what we're doing. They were really open to our feedback and to be like, hey, delivering the assignment by Friday evening at 12, we're all professionals. Most of us work full-time or we're blessed with working full-time. It was not doable. So they said like, okay, we will do it on Sunday night. You can have the weekend, especially for people who have kids, people who have hobbies, people who are in different time zones. I mean, it was like for people like for Hassan and for me, there was like 2 types of commitments making those Monday meetings. So I have to say they were very good on that, like recognizing what we needed and making sure we got the best out of the experience. And that's something that I did not expect. And I was very happily surprised. I would like to move on like with Paige, and if you can tell like maybe it's a moment that impacted you. Was any of them as a moment that you say like, wow, this really positive impact, negative impact? We're not here to sell anything. We're just talking about our experiences. But tell us about you, Paige.
This course definitely deepened my own expertise in service design and really helped me even refine my own approach to utilizing different methods and tools in a different way. I really took away a lot from the Dr. Tina Weiser's organizational change module, and as well as Andy's Pauline's pitching and selling service design. I mean, it's so simple, but he really helped us kind of move away from teaching, selling, and gaining buy-in on the methodology and the process and what service design is and all the beautiful aspects of it, and really drilling home the value that you're extracting out of it. And I think it's just a good reminder for all of us to really focus on that first and foremost and get to the, hey, let me take you through the process and the journey later.
Yeah, I love that too. I think that if I may like share, the most impactful for me was the service design AI, because I am the least AI positive person I have met so far. So when I saw the in the plan, I was like, "Argh." But it really impacted me the way that Mauro saw it. It's really, I think what I want to say with this is that when you see the syllabus of a course, sometimes you're like, no, this is not going to be useful. But in this course, imagine to surprise us with like the content. It wasn't something that I expected. It wasn't something that I'm like, oh, I'm going to find this on YouTube very quickly. So that was something that impacted me, like the quality of the instructor and the quality of the content. Let's go around real quick and say like, what was your biggest impact? It doesn't have to be just the content, maybe like collaborations, the people and everything. So let's open it up to our experiences. Svetlana, I saw you raise your hand before, and then Jonathan can go next.
Yes, thank you. I completely agree with everything said before about practical usefulness and practical values of this. It's really, yes, and I already in my everyday job already use many things from this course, including pitching. I just got nice resources recently from top managers using this approach which Andy presented.
Yay!
Really works, I would say. But for me, also, it was a great pleasure to meet all these trainers. I mean, like valuable personalities, not valuable personalities with great values or similar to mine, who are not teaching tools or frames or models, but who rather teach like kind of philosophical approach about sustainability, about system approach to any point you may think about. And I feel like I got in the very valuable for me, like valuable, it's my bubble. Yeah. I see these people and I see that the industry is driven by people with values which I share as well. And it was very inspiring for me.
Lovely, thank you. I think we're giving a very round perspective on the course. So we're gonna put a QR code on the screens. If anybody listening or anybody watching this wants to know more about the course, you can sign up here. The next cohort starts on January 31st, if I'm correct, and it's gonna go all the way until April. So if you want to know more, there's a QR code there. And if anybody's like here live with us and wants to ask us questions, please feel free to ask us questions as well. You can just add them to the comments and we'll see them. And with that, let's go to Jonathan. What was your moment? What moment impacted you? Words.
I think there were a lot of moments that impacted me, but a favorite one of mine was the lessons from Arash Gulnam during the sustainability module. And he really emphasized the way that the models that we fundamentally use in service design are flawed, because oftentimes they're a linear model. And when you think about sustainability, it's important to think in a way that's circular. You're not thinking about the service as a start and an end point, but really a continuation. And that perspective to me was really valuable. And we highlighted how to change some of the tools that we interact with regularly as service designers to better incorporate sustainability through the lens of circularity. So I think that was a really special moment for me.
Definitely. That was a trippy week. I have to admit, I don't know how you guys felt, but I was like 20 minutes into the lesson being like, wait, what? Exactly.
Exactly. I remember looking at the class on Zoom and seeing everyone leaned into their computer. Everyone's just completely fascinated by what's being said. That was a really good one. We were all glued in with our intentions.
I had to watch it again. Like, thank God the class are recorded. Like in the platform, like Bethany mentioned, the platform that we had to do everything. There's the recordings of because I could never make it to the Thursday sessions because it clashed with another project that I have. So I watch all the recordings. And for that one specifically, I had to watch the entire Monday lesson because I was like, wait, what? It's like I needed a moment to process.
I had to watch it on like 0.75 speed when I rewatched it. And I was there for the original as well, but I just needed to there was information that was moving so fast that I had to slow it down just to make sure
and Arash also has exactly, and Arash also has another course on SDN. Like a lot of the lecturers have other courses on SDN. So it was also a nice taste of what they would have to offer. Bethany, you wanted to share something?
I mean, I was just going to pile on and say Arash's module was the most surprising. I feel that a lot of us came in here to pick up some more practical knowledge, and we absolutely did. Like, there was a ton of useful, immediately applicable day-to-day stuff that we could take away and turn around and apply to a project. But Arash's module, like everybody is saying, like you could see people's minds blowing. It really, I think we all felt like kind of energized and refreshed after that. And I know, again, December, my reading list is going to include much of what he brought to the course. And I think, Hassan, you should share your cartoon of Arash. Like, that drawing was the most, like you captured his essence in that. And then I'm looking at the comments. Do you think the course should be valuable to all stages of people's careers? From my perspective, I think absolutely. like I said, I've been with my company for about 20 years, and then I moved into trying to do service design type things in the last decade and trained on the job. And this was a very good course to kind of lay out a foundation or bolster what I already know. But it feels like maybe, somebody else could say like whether or not this fits in your trajectory too, if it bolstered your knowledge. But I think from my perspective, absolutely yes.
I agree. I agree. I would like pile on that. I have done other SDN courses. I did the practitioner course as well. And in that course, I people who had never heard of service design. No, they knew what service design was, but they had never done it before. And that was more like, let's do a stakeholder map. This is how you make a customer journey map. If you're at that level that you cannot, that you don't know those concepts already, the course, I'm not saying that you cannot do it. I'm saying you're going to have to do a lot of research, a lot of background research before to be able to do the assignments. The assignments are not super complicated, but it really helps if you already like can fathom some of the classic service design concepts. And it can be that you're in the UX field, and you already understand these like modules, like maps, stakeholder management, and all those things. But yeah, I would say maybe not if you're a super newcomer, but it's also for, like we said before, if you're 20 years already in the job, it's good to see how other people are doing things. Like I really enjoy reading the assignments from everybody else, because when I felt lost, when I didn't know how to solve it, I was like, okay, I'll just check. Let's check what other people are doing. Not steal anything, use that as inspiration. And I have to say, everybody set the bar extremely high. Everybody set the bar extremely high for the assignments, and that just shows the value of the cohort. Well, we have 2 more minutes. I think we have a question. The course is
I can
here.
take this one.
Yeah, if you can take it, Hassan.
Yeah, I think, see, I come from two perspectives. One is doing service design kind of embedded in an organization for another client, and also as an agency. So I think this course is applicable to both sides, especially. But I think it's really important that you have some kind of base knowledge of service design, and then the lessons can be applied to anything. So for me, it's a lot for my own personal growth and growing as an independent designer. But then there's so many things part of the module that if I wanted to sell new value added services, I can pick and choose new ways of doing things that can be really applicable to adding more value to the services that I'm already offering as an agency. So it can be helpful to both an individual and a business.
Totally agree. We have one more question that we're getting close to the end, like last few seconds. From Katie, any book or reading recommendations you have from the course? Maybe we can each share one quickly. Maybe it's a Touchpoint article, maybe it's a book. I will start with Donella Meadows' book on systems thinking. That would be my recommendation. Anybody else want to share one?
Yeah, this is Service Design Doing and Service Design Methods. This is Service Design Thinking. All of Mark's books, those are really, really good starting points.
Jonathan has props.
Let me unmirror my camera so that you can actually read it. Here you go. Good Services, incredible book. And it's also nice because when you come back to it, they'll have summaries that are in bold, so that you can kind of be refreshed what the ideas of a certain chapter were about.
Nice. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's a really good. I have it too, and I love it. Anybody else wants to share a recommendation?
I would say plenty. All the materials are very valuable, but for several months in my Amazon cart was system thinking, and I was not ready to buy button. I don't know why, but now I have this book. Yeah, it's very, for me, it's not one, but it's just example.
No, it's super. It's an incredible book. Okay, so we have made it to time. I want to say, first of all, thank you to everybody who is here in the panel with me. I really appreciated spending these 8 weeks with all of you, and thank you so much for being part of this initiative. I think we gave a very round perspective on what the course is like, and I hope we have I don't know, we can help convince people a little bit, because really valuable content is something that can make you a better professional, at least in my opinion. And also thank you to Felipe, who is helping us on the backstage and is the father of this show, Community Voices. And from my side, also Jessie and Marie, who did a great job managing the course, and to Birgit for her support as well. Thank you so much for everybody. The show will continue next Thursday. We'll see you all there. And yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, everybody. Nice
you.
to see you again.
Reach
Thank
out.
you.
Everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Do we leave?